Hi, everyone. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a psychic prediction for your weekend, March 21st through March 23rd. You can watch this anytime, really, but we're just giving it about a 72-hour window or so, 48 hours, 72, something like that. We're going to be pulling some charms and some initials today. So I do have a beautiful bowl of charms, and I have a big tray of Scrabble initials. So we're going to be doing that. And we're going to see what's coming your way. I've got lots of cards. And for those of you that are new, I'm going to say welcome. So grateful that Spirit has guided you here today. And welcome back, everybody. Special thank you to my angels who support my channel. Very, very grateful. I don't feel like I say thank you enough to you guys. This is a fully channeled message. Let's call in our spirit guides now and see what they have for you. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for us? Weekend ahead, love messages. I am listening for you now. My cards are upside down. Hold on. Upside down. All right, let's see. I have your irresistible. I'm mesmerized by you. I want that. Look at it. I want to take you in my arms. I want to hold you. I love the word. I love the word irresistible. I mean, you know, it's true. Somebody who I just want to hold you. I can't compare you to anybody else. All of those feelings. I have space. I need more time to think. That just came into me a little bit about, I want to say the one that got away, that maybe there's a feeling of, I don't know, they still want you. And I'm going to see where I'm going with this in a minute, but it was like the one that got away. You could be somebody that they said, I want to push you away, but they're saying even before it really got started. And I feel like that happens a lot, that we connect with somebody and then they just push it away and then somehow we reconnect. I call it a false start. So maybe it's somebody who just wasn't ready a little while ago. I don't think it was a long time ago. And I'm not feeling like you were in a real relationship yet. I just feel like they put it on hold. Like, I'm not quite ready. I'm not available. I got a lot on my plate. Something like that. Developing feelings. The feelings are growing. I've had time to think. I want to grab a cup of coffee. How about lunch? And broken. I felt shattered about this situation. I feel like somebody just wasn't ready. Okay. They found you irresistible. You were definitely on their mind. They just weren't ready yet. They could have been coming out of something. They could have been not even necessarily ending another relationship. They could have lost a parent or a sibling or somebody very close to them. And they were just kind of dealing with family or their own grief. They just didn't have enough energy in them to be jumping into a brand new relationship, nor did they think that it was fair for you. I'm going to say this kind of feeling of back around energy. Okay, so maybe we just kind of, it's been stalled. Let's see what the cards say. Let's see what this card say. Because right now I'm feeling like it just didn't get off the starting block. It just, I thought it was going to be great, but it didn't get off the starting block. Spirit, please share with me. I have a Wheel of Fortune. Better timing. Better timing. Knight of Pentacles. I have a Three of Pentacles. This could be somebody that's around work. Somebody that I have been thinking about around work, or we met through work. I have a Hanged Man. Let's put this on hold for now. I'm not quite ready. But the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like, is overriding that. That the timing is now, is what they just said. So I'm going to say the timing wasn't right the first time. Because it just, somebody was going through something. Okay. And it could have been you. It could have been you. Like, you know what? I think you're great. I just, to be honest, I have so much on my plate right now I'm dealing with. Let me catch up with you in a few weeks or a month and see how I'm doing then. So it just feels like I just put it on hold. And then it was this fear of, are you going to be the one that gets away? I have a Queen of Cups. Beautiful. I have a Fool. They're ready to start. It's coming back around. Knight of Wands. They haven't stopped thinking about their first impression of you. Okay. So it was that first impression was really good. That first impression kind of held their attention. They are concerned that you've either moved on or met somebody in between, because there wasn't really anything, holding you together at this point. But I do feel like it's coming back around. And I have a 9 of Cups. They felt really comfortable with you, and they feel comfortable. I like the coffee cups again. I feel like they feel very comfortable reaching out to you again. So I have an 8 of Pentacles. Again, I feel like it's connecting to work somehow, or maybe even a date after work, after hours. Okay, so it's Friday night. What time do you get home? Do you want to go out after work? Do you want to go out tonight? Do you want to go out tomorrow? You want to grab a drink? So it's somebody who feels comfortable enough with you, because we both said, that's fine, take your time. I'm going to put it in the category of a loss, that it was something that they had to do, a family, family emergency, something along those lines, right at about the time that they were meeting you. So for some of you, it just could have been just a bad timing, and they don't want you to be the one that gets away. Okay. Spirit, please share with me. I have a no. Toxic behavior. Are you pushing this person away because you're concerned that they can't commit? That would be my feeling, is that they had a chance to ask me out months ago. They kind of said, maybe you think it was just an excuse. So you could be having red flags, rightfully so. Spirit just said. I have a yes, loneliness. They've been feeling so lonely. They crave your attention. Hopefully it's not out of convenience. I have the month of December. So you could have met this person a few months ago. Maybe you met this person at the end of last year and it just didn't go anywhere. So I want to say second time around, but you didn't really start anything. Yeah, I don't feel like you started anything. So that's not really fair. But I do feel like first impressions count. I have a no, immaturity. Their immature behavior prevented them from coming forward. They refuse to admit that they love you. You could be wondering why they pushed this away. You could say, now you want me. Now all of a sudden you're interested. Why weren't you interested, weeks ago? Sometimes people have to think about it. I know that sounds like you either want a relationship or you don't, but sometimes even when you meet somebody, you panic and you have to think about it and you kind of hesitate. And maybe you do say, I'm really busy right now, but when I have projects at work, is how it just came into me. I have a lot on my plate, projects at work. Some people have like seasonal things or big projects. Think about an accountant. I'm in the middle of tax season. I can't start dating somebody in the middle of tax season, but after tax season, I'd love to see you. Like that would be a realistic, conversation with somebody. I have a no, awakening. They are healing and moving in the right direction, getting closer to a union when the healing is done. So I do feel like they didn't jump into this because they weren't ready, or they know it wasn't going to be fair to you, which I respect. If they couldn't be there emotionally and have a good time, if they couldn't be there because their work was so demanding and they couldn't give you attention, and then you're upset that, this person isn't even available ever. Maybe they're just being really honest with themselves, with the timing wasn't perfect, but I do feel like you're the one that got away. So I'm going to say that little bit of I want you and I want to chase you feeling. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for us? I have an apology, forgiveness, return. I'm sorry. I don't feel like again, it's not a reunion. It's not a reunion, but it could definitely be an apology. It could definitely be, I know you haven't heard from me for a little while since our first date. I've been really busy. Whatever happened, happened. And I really do want to see you again. Okay. They come out of the woodwork, when you least expect it. I have clarity, trust this person, the truth, trust their honesty, trust their, I don't think they left you hanging. I think they told you what was going on, but maybe you weren't expecting it to like stop communication, or you were kind of hoping that there'd still be a little bit of breadcrumbing, anything, instead of like no communication. So, but I think this person had too much on their mind is how it's coming into me today. I have broken, shattered heart, destroyed. I needed to heal if they were coming out of something and they thought they were ready for a relationship and they really weren't. And they admitted to themselves that I thought I was ready to move on after my divorce, but I really need a little bit more time. I'm going through a middle of a divorce. I'm separated. My kids are upset. I have to move. I mean, people have stuff and sometimes we're just not ready for that relationship. I would rather have somebody admit that they thought they were ready, but they're not, and then come back when they feel like they're more ready, than somebody who just goes through the motions and pretends and just emotionally isn't there. It's just not fair to you. I have karma, consequences, cause and effect. That's coming into me as this person could possibly have been removed from you so that you didn't get hurt, that you didn't start going down the path of expecting more and the expectations weren't met. They're saying you're reevaluating the situation, giving this person another thought. Again, first impressions were really good. I'm going to say it that way. I think that the first impressions were really, really good. Spirit, please share with me. I have pride, arrogance, ego, stubborn. I don't know whose pride that is, but they're saying let them in. Okay. If you were doing the will prove to me energy, they're saying we'll let them in, and let's see where it heads this time. You're not marrying them tomorrow. You're dating. A soulmate energy, a deep love. I feel a connection with you. That's why they're coming back around, is that they felt something in that first impression. And they cared for you enough to say, let me put this on hold for a little bit while I take care of business, and then let me come back. So that's exactly what they're doing. Okay, soul connection. And a realization, an epiphany. I feel like they haven't gotten you out of their mind since they met you. It could be months, Spirit saying that they haven't seen you, but you did make a good first impression. You guys did have a lot in common. You had things that you wanted to talk about, they're saying. So I do feel like they have had like a little bit of a wake-up call that I talk about it all the time. There's that window of time that you're available, that they're available, and you're not going to wait for anybody. And they know that. They know that you're probably out there dating. They know that you probably have meeting other people. But what they're hoping for is that when they call and reach out to you, because they're so comfortable with you, that we can pick up where we left off. And we just kind of go back into just the opportunity to see where this goes. Okay. But in the back of their mind, they're saying, are you going to be the one that got away? And I think they're afraid of that. I feel like they're starting to think about that timeline and that window of opportunity. So, and it's true. You're not going to wait for anybody. You're not ready. You're not ready. You might never be ready. I'm going to move on. let's get some charms. Let's see if I can get some insight to the charms. And we're going to get some initials too. Okay. So let's see what the charms are saying. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for charms? I'm going to get some initials also. Let's see. Let me zoom right in here. Let's see. State of the art here. I'm always like, wow, I've become like so sophisticated here with technology. All right, let's see. I've got a Capricorn. I got a Capricorn. I have a lot of signs. Good. I have a Leo energy. I have a Libra energy today. Okay. I have a Cancer. I have an Aries. I have the letter R. I have a letter F. I have an M. I have a B. Another sign. What is this one? An Aquarius. Okay. I have a letter C. I have an X. I have a 5 days, 5th of the month, May. What does this say? This says weeks, in weeks. Okay, I have a baby. Somebody has a baby, but it could be a grandchild, or it could be news of a baby in somebody's family. My sister's having a baby, my best friend. So that just feels like somebody around you could be having a child, getting news of a child. And let me get my little things. Okay, so I have a key to the heart. I have a mermaid. So I always see this as, they're saying swimming towards you. You know, sometimes it's like charging towards you, but it's almost the sense of like, I'm going with the flow and it's magical. And, you know, I'm just kind of swimming towards you. I like that. I do have I'm going to put the ballet slippers with the little girl. So somebody who has a little girl in their life, and I'm even going to put the number 5 over here. It could be a child that's like 5 years old or something like that. I have a woman that looks like a sophisticated, high value woman, feminine energy, divine feminine. The spider's coming into me as possibly a tattoo, somebody having a tattoo. It's not coming into me as it's moving for some reason. It's not, thank God, it's not moving, it's stable. So I'm thinking it's artwork or tattoo, or it could be a piece of jewelry, but that's a stretch. I'm going to go with tattoo. And I have the heart. Okay, so those are the charms. So those are the charms up close. Let's do the initials. Okay, so we'll see what the initials are at the same time. Let's see what we have. All right. So I'm going to grab a handful. I have this big, beautiful bowl. So we had some initials already. So you can add those to these. And if you get your person or your initials that you're thinking of, let me know. I have the letter R, the T. I have an E. I have an I. I have an A. I have an E. An E. I have a U. I have an I. N. V. G, K, A. I have a D. I have another G, and I have an O, and I do have a blank. So I let you use this if you're missing a letter to spell a name. If you're just missing, one letter and it completes you, then we'll do something like that. Okay. So that is something that I feel like is going to help somebody, that blank. Okay. So there's all your letters, initials. Let's see what else Spirit wants to share with me today, because I just feel that sometimes it's just not the right timing. And you think people are giving you the excuse, but I don't feel like you necessarily met somewhere, or like I'm not thinking that you met online, and then you'd say, well, why would you be online if you're not ready for a relationship? So you could have met very organically, a friend of a friend, Spirit saying, or through work, and you're very interested in each other, but you're just going to say, I've got stuff to do. I got something going on. The timing is better now, is how it's coming into me. Spirit, please share with me. I have incompatibility. Okay, this hot pepper. I don't think you're incompatible as much as it felt like seduction, that I don't want to be seduced. I didn't want just a quick affair. I didn't want just a one night, event. And I feel like maybe the hotness of it, we just kind of said, yeah, we're definitely attracted to each other, but it's got to be a relationship and not a hookup, right? So that's how that's coming in. Yeah, I'm looking for more of a commitment. So if you're not ready to have a real relationship, I'm not ready to just fool around while you kind of go and do your own thing and just see where it goes. Like, I'm not going to do that. So when you're ready and you're a big person and you have my phone number, you can give me a call. And if I'm still available, then we'll see. I have mind games. Has this person been playing mind games? Was probably your first thought. I'm not ready. And if this person was just looking for something casual, you could have thought, well, that's all they were looking for. And that was, their backing out energy. I got too much on my plate. And if basically you're not going to just sleep with me, then this isn't going anywhere for them. But if that's how they feel, they can go on their way. I have kisses. Maybe you've kissed this person. Okay. Doesn't mean you've slept with them, but maybe you kissed them and maybe it was nice and maybe it felt good. I have keep the faith. I have walking away. They walked away. It really depends on what that reason was. It really does. If it's like a catch-22. If the reason is sincere and they told you up front, then you already know what's going on in this connection when they reach back out to you. If they met you and then it didn't go anywhere and you felt like they were playing mind games just to sleep with you, then you might not be so open to, welcoming this person back with open arms. But it depends on why they just couldn't start anything right now. I have the one. Okay, so I false start, slow start, the space between starting. I've got a secret admirer. I've been thinking about you. I really think that first impressions I have a passage at the bottom of my deck, this bridge, and I have extremities. They still think you're hot. But I like this kind of traveling to you. I like this energy of, I definitely want you and I'm coming your way. Okay. So I'm going to say it that way. Now, whether you're open to receiving this person or not, if you don't know who I'm talking about, don't worry about it. It could be just somebody new coming into your energy. But some of you could be thinking about somebody that, whatever happened to that person? I thought we hit it off. I thought that it was pretty good. Spirit, share with me any additional messages that you have for us. You're the one that got away. I have a 6 of Wands coming back to capture you. I have a 6 of Swords. Have you moved on? Again, that window of opportunity. Here's a Lover's card. I haven't stopped thinking about you since I met you. And a Queen of Cups. I have to tell you, I think you made a great first impression on this person. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt for a minute. That I started dating you. They let you know that somebody very significant in their life is sick, hurt, passes away, God forbid. They have to travel to be with their family. There's a delay in time. They just have to focus on that for now. So they're very honest with you about it. You feel sad for them. And maybe then when they come back, it's a sense of, okay, how do we pick up where we left off? Now that I've kind of gotten through that. So I am going to give them a benefit of the doubt for some reason. That's good. That means they weren't just trying to sleep with you. I'm going to say it that way. I have an Ace of Cups. The feelings are coming in. I have a Page of Pentacles. I want to spend some time with you. I have a Death card. I'm going to go with a family event that they had not, you don't have control over. So I'm going to go with something happened in the family to somebody. And I have an Ace of Wands. I feel like you made an incredible first impression. I'm going to say there's a delay. There's been a delay in getting this started, but now it's ready to pick up speed. Okay. And I guess that's what I want to focus on. So if there's somebody in your mind that you want to hear from this weekend, I'm going to say they're not afraid to call you. They feel very comfortable calling you. So it has nothing to do with that. They feel very confident and comfortable. And Spirit just said they're looking forward to seeing you again. So that is really hopeful. What's the bottom of my deck? A King of Cups. This could turn into they have feelings for you. And it could turn into something so much more. Maybe we'll be grateful that we didn't just push them away, that we kind of understood. I mean, we can be very understanding, can't we? We have empathy and sympathy for others. We do. I feel like that's the situation. Spirit, please share with me. Loving messages. Time hasn't changed my feelings for you. Beautiful. I'm dealing with a difficult situation. Yeah, that's what I've been feeling this whole time. I can't see myself with anyone else but you. So they have been doing a lot of thinking about you and where we're headed and what could happen in this connection. The grass wasn't greener on the other side if they were dating other people. I can't deny that you are my soulmate. I feel like we're going to find that out about each other. I don't know if we know that already. Nothing compares to our connection. So we have a good connection. And there's that fear of you're the one that got away, or I don't want you to be the one that got away. I'm not going to allow it. So we're going to put this out into the universe. This feels good for the weekend. I think that you could be hearing from your person that you're thinking of, or just know that this person is getting very close to wanting to pick up where we left off is how I want to say it. But I don't want it to look like it's a reconciliation, because it's just too new for that. It's just too new still for that. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button, comment below, claim it, own it, it's yours. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, check out my website at kathymamolinspsychicmedium.com. If you've been watching me for a while, please support my second channel, which I will put the link in the description, and take a ride over there for some pick-a-card readings. I've been uploading a couple of pick-a-card readings each week, so there's lots of pick-a-card readings over there, and you would be probably enjoy those as well. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you all again real soon.